Believe it or not, there are 9 unmistakable signs that show you were chosen by God since childhood, and I'm about to share them with you. Have you ever felt like there's something special about you? Something that sets you apart from others? Maybe you've always felt a sense of purpose, or a calling that you couldn't quite explain. Well, you're not alone. There are many people out there who have been chosen by God from a young age, and today, we're going to explore the 9 clear signs that indicate this is the case. Maybe you've always felt like you're on a mission, or that you have a specific role to play in the world. Whatever it is, it's likely that you've always felt a sense of restlessness, a sense that there's more to life than what you're currently experiencing. If that sounds like you, then stick around, because today, we're going to explore the signs that will confirm whether or not you've been chosen by God since childhood. These signs aren't just random coincidences. They're a calling, a wake-up call that will help you understand your purpose and your destiny. So, with that said, let's dive right in and explore the 9 unmistakable signs that show you were chosen by God since childhood. Many people who have been chosen by God from a young age often report feeling a profound sense of purpose or calling. Even as children, they felt like they were meant to do something important, something that would change the world in some way. This sense of purpose often manifested in different ways, depending on the individual. For some, it was a strong desire to help others, while for others, it was a sense of being destined for greatness. This sense of purpose was often accompanied by a strong desire to make a difference in the world. They felt like they were meant to leave their mark, to leave the world a better place than when they found it. This desire was often frustrated by a lack of direction, or a lack of understanding about how to achieve their goals. As they grew older, this sense of purpose only grew stronger. They began to feel like they were being called to do something specific, something that would require great courage and determination. This calling was often accompanied by a sense of restlessness, a sense that they were meant to be doing something more with their lives. For many people, this sense of purpose was the driving force behind their actions. It motivated them to pursue their dreams, even when the odds seemed stacked against them. It gave them the courage to take risks, to step out of their comfort zones, and to pursue their passions. So, if you've always felt like you have a special purpose, if you've always felt like you're meant to do something important, then you may be one of the chosen ones, handpicked by God from a young age. Let's move on to the second sign, which is a strong connection to spirituality or faith early in life. Many people who have been chosen by God report having a strong connection to spirituality or faith from a very early age. They may have been born into a religious family, or they may have been drawn to spiritual practices and teachings on their own. Whatever the case, this connection was often deep and profound, and it played a significant role in their lives. For some, this connection manifested as a sense of peace, a sense of calm that pervaded their entire being. They felt connected to something greater than themselves, something that gave their lives meaning and purpose. This sense of connection was often accompanied by a desire to learn more, to explore the mysteries of the universe, and to understand the nature of God. As they grew older, this connection only deepened. They began to see the world in a different light, as a place of wonder and magic. They felt like they were part of something bigger than themselves, something that transcended the mundane and the ordinary. This connection to spirituality or faith often played a significant role in their decision-making process. They felt guided by a higher power, a power that gave them wisdom and direction. This guidance was often accompanied by a sense of peace, a sense that they were on the right path. So, if you've always felt a strong connection to spirituality or faith, if you've always felt like you're part of something bigger than yourself, then you may be one of the chosen ones, handpicked by God from a young age. Let's move on to the third sign, which involves having unusual dreams or visions that felt significant. Many people who have been chosen by God report having unusual dreams or visions that felt significant. Even as children, these dreams or visions often felt more real than their waking lives, and they left a lasting impression on their psyche. They may have been vivid and colorful, or they may have been dark and foreboding. For some, These dreams or visions were messages from God, messages that contained hidden truths and wisdom. They felt like they were being given a glimpse into the future, a glimpse that would help them navigate the challenges of life. These dreams or visions often felt mystical, otherworldly, and they left a lasting impact on their lives. As they grew older, these dreams or visions continued to play a significant role in their lives. They felt like they were being guided by a higher power, a power that was trying to communicate with them. This guidance was often accompanied by a sense of wonder, a sense that they were part of something much bigger than themselves. This sense of wonder was often accompanied by a sense of responsibility, a sense that they were being called to do something important. They felt like they were being given a message that they were meant to share with the world. So, if you've always had unusual dreams or visions that felt significant, if you've always felt like you're being given a message from God, then you may be one of the chosen ones, handpicked by God from a young age. Let's move on to the fourth sign, which involves feeling different from peers, often feeling like an outsider or having unique perspectives. Many people who have been chosen by God report feeling different from their peers, even as children. They may have felt like outsiders, like they didn't quite fit in with their family or community. This feeling of being different was often accompanied by a sense of isolation, a sense that they were alone in their thoughts and feelings. For some, this feeling of being different manifested as a sense of uniqueness, a sense that they had something special to offer the world. They felt like they saw things from a different perspective, a perspective that was often at odds with the status quo. This sense of uniqueness was often accompanied by a sense of creativity, a sense that they were meant to express themselves in new and innovative ways. As they grew older, this feeling of being different only intensified. They began to feel like they were meant to stand out, to make a statement to the world. This feeling was often accompanied by a sense of purpose, a sense that they were meant to do something important. This sense of purpose was often accompanied by a sense of courage, a sense that they were willing to take risks and challenge the norms. They felt like they were meant to be pioneers, to break new ground and to explore new frontiers. So, if you've always felt like you're different from your peers, if you've always felt like an outsider or had unique perspectives, then you may be one of the chosen ones, handpicked by God from a young age. Let's move on to the fifth sign, which involves having a strong desire to help others or engage in acts of kindness from a young age. Many people who have been chosen by God report having a strong desire to help others or engage in acts of kindness. From a very early age, they may have felt a sense of compassion, a sense that they were meant to make a difference in the world. This desire to help others often manifested in different ways, depending on the individual. For some, it was a desire to heal others, to help them overcome their physical or emotional challenges. For others, it was a desire to teach, to share their knowledge and wisdom with others. Whatever the case, this desire to help others was often accompanied by a sense of purpose, a sense that they were meant to make a difference. As they grew older, this desire to help others only intensified. They began to see the world as a place of need, a place where people were struggling and suffering. They felt like they were meant to be part of the solution, to be a source of hope and inspiration to others. This desire to help others was often accompanied by a sense of humility, a sense that they were not doing it for personal gain or recognition. They felt like they were doing it because they were called to do so, because they were meant to make a difference. So, if you've always had a strong desire to help others or engage in acts of kindness, if you've always felt like you're meant to make a difference in the world, then you may be one of the chosen ones, handpicked by God from a young age. Let's move on to the sixth sign, which involves having a natural inclination towards prayer or meditation as a child. Many people who have been chosen by God report having a natural inclination towards prayer or meditation as children. They may have felt drawn to these practices, even if they didn't fully understand them. This inclination often manifested as a sense of curiosity, a sense that they wanted to explore the mysteries of the universe. For some, this inclination was accompanied by a sense of peace, a sense that they felt when they prayed or meditated. They felt like they were connecting with something deeper and more profound, something that gave their lives meaning and purpose. As they grew older, this natural inclination toward prayer or meditation became a cornerstone of their spiritual journey. They found solace and guidance in moments of quiet reflection, often seeking answers and strength in their connection to God. This practice not only nurtured their faith, but also helped them navigate life's challenges with clarity and resilience. Prayer or meditation often became a source of comfort and renewal, a way to realign themselves with God's will and purpose. These moments of connection were profound, filling them with a sense of divine presence and assurance that they were not alone. Through this practice, they felt empowered to face trials and to grow spiritually, deepening their relationship with God. If you've always felt a pull towards prayer or meditation, even as a child, and experienced peace and clarity through it, you may be one of those chosen by God to fulfill a unique purpose. Let's now move to the seventh sign: experiencing challenges or hardships that seem to guide your spiritual growth. Many people chosen by God report facing significant challenges or hardships from a young age. These struggles often felt overwhelming at the time, but, in hindsight, revealed themselves as crucial steps in their spiritual growth. These trials shaped their character, teaching them resilience, compassion, and reliance on God's strength. For some, these hardships came in the form of loss, rejection, or adversity that forced them to dig deeper into their faith. Others faced inner battles, such as doubts or fears, that led them to seek God's guidance. In every case, these challenges were transformative, serving as opportunities to grow closer to God and to discover their purpose. If you've endured hardships that ultimately strengthened your faith and shaped your spiritual journey, it may be a sign of your calling as one of God's chosen. Now, let's explore the eighth sign: feeling drawn to religious or spiritual texts and teachings early in life. From a young age, many who are chosen by God feel an innate curiosity or attraction to religious or spiritual texts. Whether it's the Bible, the writings of saints, or other spiritual materials, they find themselves fascinated and inspired by these teachings. This early exposure often plants the seeds for a lifelong pursuit of wisdom and truth. As they grow older, this fascination deepens into a quest for understanding. They find solace and answers in these texts, using them as a guide to navigate life's complexities. The teachings resonate with them on a profound level, often affirming their sense of purpose and strengthening their faith. If you've always felt drawn to religious texts and teachings, seeking their wisdom and applying it to your life, this could be a clear indication that God has chosen you for a special purpose. Finally, let's move on to the ninth and last sign: experiencing a consistent sense of divine protection or guidance. Those chosen by God often recount feeling a sense of divine protection throughout their lives. Whether in moments of danger, uncertainty, or despair, they felt an unexplainable presence guiding and safeguarding them. This sense of divine intervention provides reassurance and strengthens their faith in God's plan for their life. This protection often manifests in unexpected ways: avoiding harm, receiving timely help, or finding clarity in difficult situations. Over time, they recognize these moments as signs of God's hand actively working in their lives, reinforcing their calling and mission. If you've consistently felt God's protection and guidance, even in life's most challenging moments, this is a profound affirmation that you've been chosen by Him. We've explored 9 clear signs that indicate you were chosen by God from a young age. From feeling a profound sense of purpose to experiencing divine guidance, these signs reveal a deeper connection to God's plan for your life. What resonates with you the most? Have you experienced any of these signs? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to watch our next video on how to deepen your relationship with God. Let's continue this journey of faith together. God bless, and see you on the next.
I appreciate you taking the time to watch and be here. If this video resonated with you or touched your heart, please consider supporting the channel by buying me a coffee. Simply scan the QR code or click the link in the description below. Your generosity keeps this mission alive. See you soon. God bless. If you're looking to overcome depression and anxiety by strengthening your spirituality, I invite you to check out my ebook, Soulful Transformations, Bridging Faith and Mind for Lasting Wellness, available on Kindle. This book combines cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, with biblical wisdom to help you manage stress, tackle anxiety, and find lasting peace through faith. It's not just about mental health. It's about deepening your relationship with God and transforming your life in ways that inspire others. Check the description below for the link and take the first step toward a life of spiritual and emotional wellness.